Yo, what's up? I'm Marvin. Listen, I watched that movie. I want to dance with somebody, right? Okay. Let me tell you. So it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It could have been better, and it could have been thought out. This wasn't thought out. And a lot of scenes I was just kind of confused. But some of the things we already knew. We already knew that the daddy was stealing her money. We allegedly knew heard that Whitney and Robin was together. They showed that. Um, they showed Whitney smoking weed in the beginning. They never showed her doing drugs, but just weed. And her closeness with Robin. I think they moved in together. And then something happened where Whitney was telling the daddy that she wanted Robin to be work for her. And all of that stuff. But some of the performances, it was cool. It was real cool. But I think they rushed this. They rushed it. Like, if I was to do a movie like that, I would have been perfection. Like, from birth to when she died. They didn't do that. I mean, it was cool. Everybody don't do from birth, but they should have did everything to the T. Because at the end, she did a performance when it was in 94. So that in 94, it should have been in the middle of her career. And then at the end, they should have announced like on TV and everything how Whitney Houston died. They didn't do that. They played that. They had her perform that 21st American Music Award performance. When she did that medley, they did that at the end of the movie. I didn't think they should have did that. I think that they should have did exactly how it was when she died. They should have made that public announcement like they did before. That's how I feel. Like it was just everywhere. Then it was just like they was hopping from this to this. And I was kind of confused. Like, if she said she walked away from Bobby, then why is they were winding it back to left and right? I didn't was understanding. So I wasn't impressed. The first movie, I don't know. I wasn't impressed then either. So I wasn't impressed with none of the movies. Y'all was better off making a documentary. The documentary was better than these two movies. Just saying. So the next Whitney Houston movie, y'all better get this right. Because this one right here wasn't bad. I'm not saying it was bad, but it was it was everywhere. It was just hopping over scenes and scenes. Then then she was like, Clyde wanted her to do bodyguard. They requested Whitney Houston do this bodyguard. She called and told Clyde she wanted to act. She wanted to do a movie. So they requested her to do bodyguard, right? She wasn't gonna do it because it was around her wedding time until they requested her to do it. And she asked who was the bodyguard, and he said Kevin Costner. Okay. But they should have they move quickly through the scenes. Like by the time I turned my head, she was already talking about she did 4 movies. It should have been they should have showed everything. I don't care how long they should have knocked out some of these uncareless scenes and put more focus on everything she did, because they didn't show everything she did. They should have showed her and Nelson Mandela. They should have showed her performing for Muhammad Ali. They should have showed her when Bobby Brown came out of jail and ran his arms. They should have showed that kind of stuff. Like they should have did it. They didn't do it. I mean, it wasn't like, but they should have shown some important things in her life. They didn't show the most important things in her life. They just did her career, her singing, this and the third. They should have did more of her life, what she did, the struggles of being on drugs. They didn't show that. I feel like, they should have showed the struggle of her being on drugs. They should have showed her, they did show her in rehab because her mom called 911 and they handcuffed her, took her to rehab. They should have spent more time with that and for her to get better. They hopped from scene to scene to me. I wasn't impressed. So, I'm Arvin, and this has been your review of I Want to Dance with Somebody. Have a good day.